Hey, Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, doing that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. But before we get into that, fans, we're going to be doing right here on Comic Frontline, we are going to be covering every New 52 Futures End one shot through the month of September. That's right, fans. All these books right here on Comic Frontline, we will be covering it. So stay tuned for that and maybe a little bit more. So, yes, be prepared for that. But to kick that all off, I wanted to talk about New 52 Futures End issue number 17. For me, I thought this was the best issue yet of the series, and we finally got an answer to what Superman or what happened to Superman. So hold on, we'll get to that. Let me get to the other parts of the issue first. First off, cover right here. Really awesome. It's got Lois and supposedly Superman standing on top of a building, or Superman kind of flying, and they're just being close with each other. These books' writers alternate. So this is written by Brian Azzarello, Jeff Lemire, Dan Jurgens, and Keith Giffen. The artist here is Patrick Zurcher, which I feel has done a very nice job with this series. Very consistent artwork. If it changes, you never really know when it does change. So I feel that this series artistically is very consistent. Definitely more consistent than Batman Eternal, because Batman Eternal has a constant artist on there that's completely different each and every time. So yeah, I really like the artwork in here. I think it's done really nicely. So what did I think about this particular issue? Again, for me, I felt that this was one of the best issues yet. We've seen a lot of different characters in here, but this was the book that seemed to matter the most, and the reader seems to care about these particular characters the most in this particular issue, you would think. We didn't get to see any Batwing in here. We didn't get to see any Stormwatch in here whatsoever, but we got to see other things going on in this particular issue. I feel that matters. In this issue, it opens up with Constantine doing their thing, going through this jungle or desert, or whatever they are, trying to find out where that creature is. And Constantine hears this rumble of something that's going on. Throughout the rest of the other part of this issue is that you get to see Hawk Girl and Grifter, and you get to see 50 Sue and all the other people, within the jail cell that all the Earth 2 people and all these other heroes are being captive. And you wind up seeing that they escape. So you're kind of like, okay, they're escaping. Where are they going? What's going on there? But that's not really the kicker that makes this issue that great. There's so many different things going on. Not everything is spectacular in here. And that's one of the stories where you're kind of like, okay, well, I could kind of do less with that right now. But as this issue obviously progresses, now we get to see Amico and Big Berta. We get to see them teaming up. And we get to see cool interactions here with Diggle. That's right. Diggle makes an appearance in this particular issue and talks to Amico and talks to Big Berta. And basically, they're going to be teaming up together to go to the island to find out who killed Green Arrow. So that was really, really awesome there. I was excited for them to go back to the island and find out what killed not only Green Arrow, but Big Berta's heroes and friends from her world as well. So that's why she's teaming up. And I think it's really cool to have Amico being thrown into the spotlight of this book, because she's just been introduced in the Green Arrow series by Jeff Lemire, and Lemire has a part of writing this book, and for him to put her in here 5 years older, I think is really well done. I really enjoy that about the story. So she reveals that plot line of what's going to happen in the future there. Then by the time you get to the end of this issue, you get to see this huge battle between Rampage and Superman. And as a not even a huge Superman fan, but as a comic fan, you got to sit there and you're like, what has happened to Superman? What is wrong with Superman that he's covering his face? And you know, he seems a little bit on top of his game. Like he seems more stronger, more agile. Like even Lois said that. But he's getting a beating by Rampage. And now this is a huge spoiler, so if you guys don't want to see this, please fast forward it until I get to the end of the review. Okay, so you get to see this big battle between Rampage and Superman, and he is just about to get killed. He's telling Lois to run away, to do whatever he can, but the only way for him to survive was to say one particular word, and that word, very low, was Shazam. And the next thing you see is Rampage flies off of Superman, or is it Billy Batson? And you're just like, what has happened here? So as the reader, you gotta be like, holy crap, Billy's posing as Superman, and this is why he was covered up the whole time so they don't see his face? I'm like, that is insane. So I'm sitting there going, whoa, what happened to Superman? Did he die? Did he get destroyed? Like, what happened to him? And then you go to the next page, and you find out that once Billy changed back to himself, Superman reappears just like this. And you're just like, oh my God, what the hell happened? So I don't know if it has to do with Billy being in his adult form when Superman comes back, or what has happened in the war that Billy has to pose as Superman. So it left as a really cool cliffhanger, and then you get to see, you know, images of obviously the next issue here. This was a fantastic read from the middle to the end, and this was one of the best issues of the Future's End so far that I have read. And I am so happy that I've stuck with this series. The downfall of this series, yes, it is so many plot lines, a lot of characters you don't care about. But we finally hit an issue where there has been heavy-hitter characters, and we do care about them. And probably the most mysterious plot line has evolved in front of us, and that was that Billy was posing as Superman, and Superman was away because he's all bearded up and everything else. So really interesting stuff. I can't wait to see what happens here. This was my pick of the week. I only got 9 books this week. I've been on hiatus, but I've still been reading. I bought some other issues of Amazing Spider-Man, so I didn't buy as many current issues this week. But for me, this was my favorite book of the week. The ending just had me like, oh, wow, this is cool. And I can't wait to go forward with this particular series and see how, again, this is all going to come together and what's going to be the outcome of Future's End. So after reading this, I'm going to give this book a 4 out of 5. Fun read. Again, the beginning of the book, not so great, but the rest of it was fantastic. So that's why I give that a 4 out of 5. And guys, tell me what you thought of this issue in the comments below. What's your theory on Superman and what happened to him during this great war? And also, don't forget to tune in to Comic Frontline for all your Futures and one-shot coverage, as again, we are going to be covering every single issue. So guys, as always, this has been Mike Spider Slayer, and until the next comic book review, fans, I'll see you real soon. Take care. See you soon. Bye.